Hello and welcome to the filler segment. And I'm your host, Brian, alongside with my tag team partner, Will the Real Deal Richmond. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. We will cover the recent WWE releases, AEW Grand Slam coming from this Saturday from Australia after the All-Star Weekend, Slam Dunk, 3-point contest, stuff like that. And we're also talking about where is this Bloodline storyline going now since Solo came back. Before we crack on with today's episode, just a reminder how you can support us on the podcast on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, and Twitch. All right, I just want to touch on something. I watched MLW last night, Super Fight 6.
Yep.
From a sold out Super Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia. 772 people. Your boy Alex Kane came out there with that jacked up haircut again.
Jacked up haircut again. That's it. I think we're gonna see the Mohawk again because he can't keep allowing himself to walk around looking like that. That's just it's not a good look, man. Like
I think my daughter said he was. Who's this? What was he? Did you see him last night?
I did.
He came out. What was he wearing when he came out? What was that?
It was like a spandex compression sweater. Or
Oh,
when he came out to do the promo or his ring gear.
My daughter said, "Who is this fake Rock?" Because he had the Rock's outfit on.
He did look like he had one of the Rock's pre-Nation of Domination get ups on less. I mean, I don't know, man. Faye Jackson got to give him some fashion tips or something because
I know,
but he's not one of the best dressed. But thankfully the man can wrestle because if he's up there with Seth as far as being able to dress because it's oh boy.
But now we're gonna get that the Battle Riot's gonna be for the title now.
For the title, yeah. Damn Eric Bischoff.
I wish he would just go away.
I do too. Like the MLW does not need him. They don't need him at all. And now he's making life difficult for everybody else, and by everybody else I mean Riddle.
I like how Riddle told him off in that promo at the end.
That was really good. You don't really get to see. Well, I mean, of course, because he was in the machine, which we call WWE. You didn't really get to see that side of Riddle, like verbally and on the mic. He's better than what we were allowed to see when he was in WWE because of how they run things. But man, anytime somebody can tear into Eric Bischoff on the mic, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I was happy. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that last night. We had Collision last night also. I'm glad we he wasn't the bad apple last night against Bandino.
Yeah.
He actually was back to his old stuff. He wasn't wearing that yellow stuff, so I got to actually see
the real Brian Keith stood up last night.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that. But I think that storyline's gonna be coming to the end soon. The way he talks to Big Bill and stuff like that.
You think he's going to end up
beating the crap out of
listen, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that too. Him or Large William, y'all. You can lay either one of them out. It don't really make it. I'm not calling him by that other name.
So Big Bill, I think he's gonna turn on Jericho. That's what I think.
I hope so.
Because the way Jericho keeps on talking to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to introduce, come on and just talk about what happened last night. I watched most of the Collision. I think I fell asleep, so I had to get up and rewatch.
Yeah.
MLW because I fell asleep at the beginning. I woke up at midnight. I fell asleep like at 7 o'clock here and woke up at midnight.
I woke up. It was about 6:35 Eastern time this morning when I turned MLW on, and then the kids got up and I was making breakfast while Dijak was doing what he was doing, and I have to completely finish watching, so I can get, so I can pick up on the stuff that I did miss. I saw what was important. I did see what was important. Thankfully, Riddle retained last night because I couldn't. I don't know.
Him or Alex Kane, I wouldn't have been mad, but that would have been a really short reign. And I think he's going to win this one at Battle Riot 7, which I will be there live with my Riddle shirt on, because that would be a very short reign for just him.
Yeah. I mean, but considering how long it took him to get his title shot for winning the last Battle Riot,
I know.
It could have been booked a lot differently.
So maybe this was excuse me. Maybe this is saying they didn't want somebody else to win Battle Riot because they would get a shot, and I guess they don't want to use somebody that won Riot and not win the title because I think almost everybody's won the title after winning the Battle Riot, and this is the 7th one.
Right.
I'm just excited to go to the show, see who's going to show up at Battle Riot.
Yeah, because you never know, man. You never know. Make sure if you're
So
close enough to try to get a selfie with your man Paul London, though. You can't pass that chance up.
really,
Yeah,
but
why not?
we're only 5 rows up from the floor.
Oh yeah, you can definitely get a selfie with Paul London then.
So those
And
are, and we're on the
CW Anderson,
you know,
all the MLW favorites.
they're not very costly, those seats.
No, I wouldn't imagine.
I
How
mean, it
big
was
is the
still like
venue?
yeah, I couldn't. I looked at some of the seats on there, but they have general admission too, so I don't really know. It's at a casino.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's at the Commerce Casino. I'm actually kind of excited about it. First time
Yeah, it
going to
should be
MLW.
fun.
Now I got another one off the list. I got MLW now. I got AEW. I have TNA. I've already had TNA when they came to Norfolk, Virginia. I
Mhm.
went to a pay-per-view back in 2008 with them.
At the scope, where they had the
Yep.
scope.
Yep. That's when Bully Ray and them and Shark Boy and Curry Man were wrestling the Team 3D in a something seafood. It was like a fish market street fight or something like that.
Some gimmick match. It had to have been.
And I was at a pay-per-view, and for that one, they didn't really have any major title. Xavier, I think either Jay Lethal or Xavier Woods was X Division.
Okay.
Did
Yeah,
Xavier
that
Woods
was a
win X? I
while
couldn't remember.
ago.
No, I think it was Jay Lethal. I can't remember.
Man, that had to have been a while ago then.
Yeah.
Lethal was at TNA.
Yep. So yeah, that's it, guys. We're gonna get right to the show now, guys. We're gonna talk about the recent WWE releases and where we think the stars are gonna go. So we'll kick it off right now. I just want to start off. We're gonna talk about the Authors of Pain. Wonder what they're gonna go do with it. They drop the ball with these guys again.
Twice.
Yes. I
What
think
do
they
you?
dropped the ball with them, and they could have been a good tag team for they did win the title when they came back one time, right?
I believe they did. If they didn't, they should have. But like,
Or
how
was
do you
that,
not?
or was it before they won the title the
They
last
did
time?
win. They won the Raw Tag Team titles before the first release. But how do you not book them as a monster heel tag team? Like, I don't get it, man. Like, I was saying earlier. I was talking with. I've had this conversation with a few different people, but tag team wrestling, now is becoming like almost obsolete. Like nobody really cares about it. And with the lack of established tag teams that you have in your tag division, and you get rid of one, just didn't really. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a cost-effective move. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but I'm sure that there's a payroll. You have to have certain money available. I know KO just re-signed, and that deal wasn't cheap. So maybe you're cutting talent in order to re-sign bigger draws, but I mean, like I said, man, you dropped the ball twice on them. You could have booked them as some monster tag team. They didn't necessarily have to be as great as a Demolition was, or you
Yeah.
know, coulda- but you could have done something, man. Like you sticking them with Karrion Cross and putting them in meaningless like 8-man tag matches and like they just didn't really have the right plan of action for them coming back. And usually when you bring a talent back, you would think that it would be different, but it was no different.
So with that, they got rid of Paul Ellering also. So now is what's the faction called with Cross?
Final Testament.
They're done, right?
Gotta
That's
be.
half because
That's
it's
more than
him,
half. If it was him,
AOP, Paul
uh,
Ellering. Is it the Miz now?
I don't think so. I don't think. Even though they're all on SmackDown, I don't think Cross is on SmackDown now. I think Cross stayed on Raw.
Did they have anybody else beside that in the final test? I can't
Scarlet,
remember. I mean, I
Scarlet.
don't. Yeah, I'm
I
talking
mean,
about
but
like the
no. As far as like in ring talent, no. It was AOP, Karrion Cross, and then Miz is like some type of
kind of lackey.
unwilling lackey. Yeah, but they didn't really. No, they didn't have anybody else. But
I
like I
would. You
said,
know
I
what?
don't know if Cross was on SmackDown.
I wouldn't mind seeing AOP go to TNA because TNA has a pretty. They keep their tag team division okay.
They do. They do. And it would make zero sense for them to go to AEW because they wouldn't get booked right there either.
So there's
Because
only all these releases. I only want to see one person go to the AEW, which I'll get into when we get to them. Okay,
I think I know who you're talking about because it would just make the most sense dynamic wise.
and he can complete that faction.
Yes, he can, and he can
Oh,
punch Trevor in the mouth too. Let's just get into it now. Let's just get
yeah.
into it now. We
All right. Yeah,
already
I
just
did. I did have him next on the list. We got
okay.
Cedric Alexander was the next one. He won that Continental Classic, won a couple tag team. Did he win the US title? No.
No, he was cruiserweight champ a
Cruiserweight
few
champ.
times.
That was what's his name won US. What's his name? Ballhead guy. Fake
Lashley.
Niger. No,
Oh no, Apollo Crews.
yeah. The guy went
Who's
from
on the,
did
who's on the
the one
injured
that did
list now.
the one that did
He
the
did
reverse Kofi
the reverse
Kingston.
Kofi.
So he did the reverse. Yeah, but I would actually like to see him go to AEW just to complete the Hurt Syndicate,
Yeah.
which makes the most sense. But I have a feeling that Good Brothers might get signed with AEW because they're boys with
And that's fine too. That's fine too. Like we were saying, you were suggesting maybe going back to TNA.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of tough because of the working relationship. It would almost be like you didn't leave WWE in the first place. But I know the working relationship is more so between TNA and NXT. I just really feel like the Good Brothers would be better suited in Japan because that's where they were the most over, especially Carl Anderson. Like Gallows, I feel like physically he's coming to the end of his career. The dude is getting up there in age. He's not as as
Mr.
athletic. Yeah, but don't go back to that though.
Remember?
Please don't go back to that. Yeah, Jesse and Festus, him and Terry Gordy's son.
Look, as soon as the bell rang, that dude he snapped. Remember?
Man, he was a completely different dude. Like I was with it for a second, but I'm like, you know what?
Hey, he was
Vince,
Ace. Then he was in Aces and Eights. Remember? He's been in Bullet Club.
man, every damn body was in Aces and Eights, man. Me and you could have been in Aces and Eights and probably wouldn't have made a difference. They wouldn't have been able to tell. Oh, these two guys, all right, cool. Where's your vest at?
Yeah, they
Aces
kind
and
of
Eights had more members
Ace
in
and
the
Eights.
family.
That was a good storyline to start with, right? But it just ran its course. They did a couple things too wrong with it. I didn't like, but
that's the risk you run with big ass factions like that, though. You risk getting burned out and not having too much.
But I did watch the if you can watch it on YouTube on TNA's YouTube page the history of Ace and Eights.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that was a really good story. I was really into that one.
Yeah, but I'd like to see Cedric go in there. Maybe what? So we got MVP, Cedric, Bobby now. We can shout and you can complete that. Maybe trios.
Yeah, you really could. I mean, you could even throw MVP in there if you want to. If you want to put a singles title on Lashley, or you can figure out a way to to kind of beef up the group, but they don't need more than just adding Cedric will be perfect. They don't need to do anything more because you don't want it to be too big. There's 4 guys in the Death Riders. There's you know what I'm saying? Like every group and faction in AEW is pretty much like 4, maybe 5. Like Don Callis has the biggest group, but not everybody's really active.
We better your cousin better win the trios this Wednesday. That's all I know.
Listen, man, not too much pressure on my cousin. He's going through a bad breakup right now. Things kind of dicey in his personal life. He gonna have to get it together though. He gonna have to get it together.
They better. I'm trying to tell you, man. You better get it together.
Yeah, man. Not too much on my cousin though. He's going through a rough patch. I'm with you, Adam. For those of y'all that don't know, Adam Cole is my cousin. Him and my mother have the same last name, so I'm bringing Adam Cole over into the family, baby.
Okay, I mean, are you in agreement with that? You think that Cedric should go into AEW?
Oh, absolutely. I think
makes
the most sense.
I think he's the. They don't need it. Like you showed me the video of the guy saying, "Oh, he won't release people because of their contract." Well, they should have never signed a contract to start with.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you there. But I mean, you never know like how people are going to be like once you get on payroll, and it's just I don't know, man. Like it's almost like college recruiting. Like the recruiters and the coaches, they tell you all of the stuff to get you there. When they get you there, it's like, wait a minute, this ain't the same.
Well,
as what you
the
said
old man
when you were sitting in my living room.
Old man used to didn't release people either.
No, he didn't. He wouldn't like.
He would put
he would use you every now and again. He wouldn't just like make people completely forget. He would use you every now and again, backstage stuff, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
He had to do really something to Tony Khan to make him do that.
Get the Jimmy Butler treatment, yeah, but he's champion at Defy now, so Ricky ain't really. I know it's still a title. It's still a title. It goes on the resume. You can't take it away from him.
But I don't think it's that much heat because he let what's her name be the referee. Aubrey was the referee in that match.
I just saw him sitting there with the belt. I didn't know.
Oh
I
no,
didn't
no,
see
yeah, I watched the highlights of it on YouTube, and so it can't be that bad as people say
well,
it
between
is.
him and her, no, probably not. But I don't know, man. TK got to get it together. Oh, excuse me.
He's all right. He's doing all right, man.
He's doing just fine. He just got to figure out a way to put most of them people back on TV. They're just sitting around doing nothing.
Okay. The next we're gonna talk about Sonya Deville real quick. I'm not gonna touch on some of these guys too much. We already talked about the Good Brothers. We got Sonya Deville. I put it on TNA. Go to TNA.
Another faction member. With that, now you have a group with one less member and really no direction. Like, is Shayna gonna be next? Are they gonna get rid of Zoe? You got to find something to do with them, man. Like Sonya Deville, maybe she won't come back to wrestling. Maybe she'll go back to MMA. Who knows?
Yeah, but if you go to, why don't you do it Naomi and go to TNA for a year? Get your working in TNA. Then maybe if the E wants to sign you back, you can.
I really feel like if she went to TNA, she would just end up either paired with Tessa or jobbing to Tessa or something along those lines. I don't think that she would get the push.
Yeah.
Because of Tessa Blanchard, like, you know what I'm saying, and probably wouldn't go because of all of the things that she's heard. Who knows what that situation would be like? You know what I'm saying? Skill wise, TNA would be a really good place for her. The women's division AEW is kind of really up in the air. It's super top heavy, so bringing in somebody else new wouldn't do anything but kind of prevent another star from being made or somebody else from getting over, because your girl with the 4 belts, she ain't trying to put nobody over. And then like the women's title picture is just super top heavy. I think once Toni Storm wins next week, she's gonna hold on to it for a while. I don't know how willing she is at this point in her career to put anybody over, but
we'll talk about that in a minute.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll get into it. So that's basically 2 minutes. We have one more release real quick before we came on the air. What's her name again?
Electra Lopez.
Yeah, Electra Lopez, not Carmen Electra, like I said earlier. Electra Lopez. Yeah, I'm surprised with that.
I mean, I'm not, because what was she doing?
I know. I'm surprised with Sonya Deville after she just was in that Royal Rumble with all the other girls. So I'm kind of surprised of all of them.
The only one of the women that got released that's really a surprise to me.
Yeah, so okay. So we're talking about Mariah May and Toni Storm. We're gonna go into the AEW Grand Slam coming up this Saturday. I don't know what people thought it was gonna be pay-per-view for, because every Grand Slam has been on TV to start with.
Yeah, it has.
I don't know why people are up in the air about it.
Because it's gonna be in Australia, and it would make AEW more money if they made it a pay-per-view from Australia. I think personally. I mean, I'm cool with the fact that we're getting it for free. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Hopefully, hopefully All-Star Weekend doesn't bore the crap out of me, because if it pisses me off, I'm gonna be relying on you to salvage my night, brother. Because
I think we will. I think it will.
I mean, listen, if it can add to a good night, great. But damn it, if the NBA pisses me off, TK, I'm relying on you, man. I don't say that out loud too much, but I'm gonna be relying on you next Saturday, just in case the dunk contest pisses me off. Just in case.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna be live from Australia on Saturday night. We're gonna have started off. They're gonna have the AEW Women's Championship. You got Mariah May going against timeless Toni Storm from her home country. A lot of these matches actually have a lot of people from their home country on here.
Yeah, I was thinking that last night. Like, are they all going to be? Because I know it's 3 for sure. I know that there's 3 matches with.
And you got Jay White, and it's close. It's close. He's New Zealand.
Yeah,
New Zealand.
I mean,
Jay White's from New Zealand.
Little out of town cousin.
So yeah, you got Mariah May and timeless Toni Storm. What you got your feelings coming into that one?
I'm really thinking that this is a wrap for Mariah May. She's had a very underwhelming title run. Nothing really to remember besides her work with Toni Storm. The character change, like with Toni Storm, the work she did into this into this story has been nothing short of phenomenal. But it's time. She's the best woman that you got right now, completely in the ring, on the mic. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of at the top right now, so you have to put that title back on her so she can continue to kind of push the division forward and hopefully make for a bigger match down the line, whatever their next pay-per-view is going to be. Um, you kind of want to set something up to where you're bringing more eyes to that division. So I see, plus the pop.
Yep.
Plus the pop. I really feel like, TK is really big on his stars, feeling that love from the fans, and especially the foreign crowds in any sport have just been way better than American crowds historically, like across the board, soccer, basketball, when they take the NFL over to Europe, even pro wrestling. Like I was talking to my wife about how Lyon, France is the reason why everybody is, 20,000, 30,000, 70,000 people yeeting for guys like Jey Uso and crowd participation because they appreciate it more. So to show the appreciation for Toni Storm, I really feel like she's going to go over at home. And I was happy to see Luther back.
Yeah, he is.
I was happy to see Luther back, but I got Toni Storm winning this one.
Yeah, me too. I got like Tony to take this one. Luther actually came back on the Jericho cruise.
Yeah,
so that's what.
But he came back on TV though. What was it?
Yeah,
was
thank
it
goodness.
Collision or Dynamite? I think it was Dynamite.
It was
no, it was last night because he had to shoot.
Yeah, Collision.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have her winning, like you were saying. She's the best woman they got, the one to keep the division going. But speaking of the women division in there, I'm not a big Thunder Rosa fan.
I mean, neither. She doesn't do it for me. Not taking away from her talent, but the character just doesn't really stick out to me.
So you got, then we have what's her name, Amanda Bain, there, another powerhouse.
Book her right, TK. You already dropped the ball with Camille. I mean, I know Camille's hurt, but she didn't have a good start. I wouldn't mind seeing that match either.
I know.
Give me Bain, Statlander, Camille triple threat for a title shot or something. Or you could even throw Willow in there, Fatal for 4 times. Just let me please, because you got some powerhouses in the women's division that need to be showcased. And just book her right, man. Book her right, please. Book her right.
Yep.
She chose you. Like the woman could have went anywhere. I'm pretty sure during her free agency period, she had everybody calling, offering. TK, she chose you. Let's do right by her this time, man. Please and thank you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, but so let's let them man, I'm sorry that they are just some powerhouses that could go, like you said.
100%.
Yeah, I'm glad that she came down there and destroyed Thunder Rosa last night. I was happy about that.
Yeah, because she was talking crazy during her backstage promo.
So
she didn't say nothing too. She just looked at her, and then Thunder Rosa get the bump on her gums. That's what you get. Watch your mouth.
So I started following Thunder Rosa when she was in NWA before she came to AEW. So I mean, she was a lot better when she first came, but now she's doing this kind of, I don't know what kind of gimmick you want to call it.
Me neither. It's very out of character for her. I feel it's very.
And she's
out of character for her.
She's on Busted Open too now. She's one of the hosts on Fridays.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Busted Open anymore, man.
I haven't really gotten that deep into it to make a decision. Like I love Bubba, and we has Mark Henry on. They always there's some good stuff that they talk about, but I haven't really gotten deep into it.
David LaGreca's wishy-washy, man. One day he's like team AEW, then he's anti-team AEW, then it's just he's a Cody lover to start with.
As most wrestling fans this day and age are.
So I think that's why he's anti-AEW now. Because before that, where Cody was in AEW, was all about AEW.
So he's basically just all about Cody.
Yeah.
He's like LeBron. He's like the LeBron sexuals. Wherever LeBron goes, that's what team he's supporting.
So he's a Cody sexual, I guess.
I can't stand fans like that.
Let's get that.
Y'all know me.
Let's get that going out there in the internet land. Hashtag Cody sexuals. Hashtag Dave LaGreca's. But I'm actually really looking forward to this next match. We got a tag team match. We got Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega versus Don Callis family.
Now, I do have a couple of maybe not a couple, but I just feel like something's up.
And Kyle Fletcher is from
Australia.
So
Yeah.
that's the fourth person from Australia now.
Yeah. But I really feel like something is up. Either Ospreay's gonna turn on Kenny or Kenny's gonna turn on Ospreay. I just feel like something on that so because Will Ospreay, you always hear people would say the saying and the term never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
So like applying it to the wrestling business, and you know what I'm saying? You never know how much heel Kenny Omega has left in him. You know, I don't really know exactly where, just from the outside looking in, where him and Don Callis stand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Don Callis has a way of talking his way into good situations with with the guys that are with him, except for Mark Davis. Clearly, and that could play a role in it too.
That surprised me because he was just with Ospreay and stuff the other day, and all of a sudden,
because it's a contractual thing. So he's trying to that's how they're spinning the angle. He's doing it because he's under contract with Don Callis, and he wants to get paid and things like that. So I really feel like maybe that'll have something to do with it. If Kenny does turn, then maybe Mark Davis will come and help Ospreay or something. But I just really feel like something is up. And when I get a feeling like that, typically the match doesn't turn out to be that good of a match. But I don't think this is going to be the case. I think this is we're still going to get a good match. I haven't seen a bad Takeshita match since he's got there. I'm really big on Kyle Fletcher now in this new attitude. I'm glad he cut his hair and he looks like a real heel now with the buzz. And I mean, it's Ospreay, man. Like it's Ospreay. You can't really say too much. And Kenny's back. I enjoy Kenny Omega. As an in-ring talent, he can talk a little less, but I do enjoy a good Kenny Omega match. I've always been pretty big on Kenny Omega since I first started watching him in Japan, and just him staying loyal to not falling into the same type of, I don't want to say trap, but the same type of situation that everybody else falls into. Oh, I'm going to make a name for myself and then go to WWE. Kenny could have been went to WWE. He could have went when he left Japan. He could have done whenever, but the fact that he doesn't want to play for the Yankees. He doesn't want to play for the Lakers. He doesn't want to play for the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Like him staying loyal to the path that he's taken helps me enjoy him as a wrestler more. But I just really feel like this match is going to be good, but I'm really going to be paying attention to the end of this match because I think something is up.
We'll see. I don't think anything's up yet. Maybe a little bit further down the line. I think they're still going to be in this battle with the Don Callis family eventually. We're going to get at Revolution. We'll probably get something along the lines with them against the Don Callis family sometime, or because that's a month away from today.
I wouldn't mind seeing Takeshita and Kenny for that title at Revolution. I wouldn't mind seeing that. You got to get it off of them somehow. Kenny would be a good guy to kind of bring some more prestige to that particular mid card title. So, but I mean, it could go either way, man. But this one is going to be good. But I just got that feeling, man. Something's up on that Kenny Ospreay side.
Maybe not. I don't think it would be this quick. Maybe a little bit down the line when maybe
some seeds planted.
Maybe if Kenny wins it at Revolution, and Ospreay's going to be on the card for Revolution for somehow. Maybe he's going against Kyle Fletcher. They already did that, so I don't know.
I don't care. I could watch that match a zillion times. You can give me Kyle Fletcher, Ospreay as many times as y'all gave us Cena versus Orton. I will watch it like it's the first time every single time.
Okay. Then we got a hometown hero, Buddy Matthews, against Okada for the Continental. I have a weird feeling that Buddy Matthews is going to win.
I hope so because I'm sick of Okada. Like, the Young Bucks taught him how to say bitch, and that's all he says. Like, but he acted like one last night during that promo. Yeah. You saw what happened. He kind of balled up like a little punk. But I feel like it's time, man. I really feel like it's time. He hasn't really had a clean win, and Buddy would make a good for a good mid card champion.
Last time they were in Australia in WWE, Buddy won that the cruiserweight.
The cruiserweight, yeah. So maybe TK will allow history to repeat itself. I hope so because I really like Buddy. I've always been a Buddy fan from when he was with Wesley Blake and on the main roster 205 Live. Now that he's House of Black and whatever other name him and what's the name that him and Brody King go by? The name of their tag team.
The Hell of Hounds. Hounds of Hell.
Yeah, who hella hounds are who gives a damn? They're good, and I'm really big on Buddy. I'm hoping that he wins because again, I'm about tired of Okada right now. Heel Okada just don't do it for me. He just
Yeah.
doesn't do it for me. I know it was an experiment. You want him to do something different now that he's over here in the States working full time, but you know, I'm real big on change too within the wrestling business. So I'm kind of fingers crossed. I'm kind of hoping that Buddy pulls this one off. This is
Yeah.
really my. I feel like this one is going to be my match of the night, personally.
Ooh, I don't know, man. That one before that tag team match could be.
Yeah, it could be. You're right. Those two are gonna be my candidates for match of the night. We'll see what happens.
So there's only right now 5 matches because it's only a 2-hour
Yes.
televised show. So that's about right.
Yeah. They should.
Maybe they'll
I
add one
feel
more
like
after Dynamite or something like that this week.
I hope so, but I just hope that the TBS title is not the main event because we'll get to that. we'll get to that.
Then we got a Brisbane Brawl with Jay White and Cope against the Death Riders, John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. We got blood coming. We already know it. He actually hasn't been bleeding as much. He hasn't,
but for me, it's Cope in a match with no rules. Okay. The last time we saw this man in a match with no rules, he jumped off of a 25-foot cage and we didn't see him for 7 months.
I don't think that's going to happen.
And please stay your ass on the ground, Uncle Adam.
Yeah.
Stay your ass on the ground. Like, let's make it out of this match able to work on Wednesday. I don't want to see no staples, no stitches, no crutches, no casts, no braces, no splits, no none of that shit. You're too old. I get that you're making up for, excuse me, losing 11 years of your career with your fusions and all of that. Stay your ass. Don't jump off nothing. If you're gonna jump off the ropes, jump off the bottom rope. Let's just be safe. All right. Stay your ass on the ground.
We're getting Cope versus Mox at Revolution, aren't we?
Yeah, for the title. Yes, we have to.
Oh man, I'm glad. I'm happy.
I am too. I am, but I'm not. But we are because he already told him no when he challenged him to a title match for Grand Slam.
Maybe we'll get a triple. Maybe we'll get a 3-way with Jay White.
Jay White's not gonna. Nah, man. This is new admiration he's expressing for Cope. So you kind of want to keep that alliance together for as long as possible because now you could kind of. I'm thinking. I don't even know when the hell Blood and Guts is, but I'm still thinking Blood and Guts, Death Riders versus somebody, and you know what I'm saying. So you can get like Cope and Jay White and the Guns who are back, and I'm glad because that's my favorite AEW theme, and I popped when I heard that on Wednesday. Or against the Death Riders or something.
I have to say something real quick. I just looked up AEW Revolution card. There's no match except for one match on there already, and I didn't want to see this. Big Boom AJ in person.
Versus Marshall again?
No, it's to be announced.
Oh God, it's good. Oh man.
The only reason this guy is in AEW is because of his social media following, and then he used to be he was an independent wrestler before.
It's gonna be Big Boom AJ against David Arquette. Watch. That would really make me unplug my TV.
And I think we're getting Hangman and MJF at Revolution too.
As long as somebody beats the brakes off MJF, I don't care. I'm over MJF right now.
And they kind of with that, they kind of reordered it and not have him dealing with Jeff Jarrett anymore because Jeff Jarrett's 60 years old.
Yeah, and like I didn't understand why he was even beefing with Dustin. Like, leave that man alone.
But now I think it's gonna end up being Hangman and MJF too.
I hope so, and I hope Hangman beats the brakes off MJF.
Unless they have some very good matches for me to go to because I haven't been to pay-per-view in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be happy.
Yeah, well, put that Big Boom AJ match right at the top of the card so you can be pissed off early and just try to enjoy the rest of the show.
I'm gonna fall asleep in that as long as it's gonna be going.
Well, man, just get in line. Just get in line for a t-shirt.
Me and my daughter Brianna's going with me, so
yeah. So just get in line for a t-shirt.
I also would like to see if Anthony Bowens versus Max Caster there.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like almost like the Rockers split. I'm interested to see who's going to be made the bigger star out of those two.
Yeah.
I would love for it to be Bowens, but I don't.
Maybe
I
we'll
don't
get
have
Adam
the
Cole for the TNT Championship against Daniel Garcia because hasn't they been kind of like they were in like a 3-way match last night?
Mm-hmm.
It
That
was
would be a good
Adam
one.
Cole. Yeah,
that would definitely be a good one.
I need a Swerve and a Ricochet part 2 there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're not on the card for Saturday.
You gonna see me in that? I'm gonna be in that thing getting it when Swerve come out.
Some
Yeah.
Prince Nana coffee too.
You know what? Be my worst nightmare would be Chris Jericho versus Big Boom AJ.
Yeah, you definitely got to put that at the top of the card. That would be you definitely got to put that at the top of the card. That would be a squash anyway. But,
yeah. So, you think they're gonna give Cope the title if it happens?
If you do, it would have to be transitional because we still don't know what the Death Riders like end game is. Like what this whole I'm leaving the title in a briefcase or in a pillowcase or like what's
I don't
the
like that.
AEW
You know what?
titles in bags? Orange Cassidy was carrying around his title in a backpack. Mox is carrying like what?
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Orange?
Yeah.
Didn't he get beat up real bad a couple weeks ago?
Good. He needed the time off. He's been going hard forever, man.
Yeah, he has. He's just like the man don't use his PTO. Use it or lose it, Orange. Jeez. You've been getting thrown around and just beat down pretty bad for months, man. Go home and recoup and come back a little. Make us miss you, Orange. Make us miss you.
How about Jay White crosses Cope and turns his back on Cope and joins the Death Riders in Australia?
Wouldn't make sense.
I know. I'm just saying.
Because then you're leaving Juice and the Guns just by themselves, and
they came back with that bad spray tan. Oh my goodness! Did you see them?
Spray tan was horrible. Yes, I did. I told you I popped because their theme is my favorite AEW theme.
I know, but
damn trumpets the spray. Yeah, they were looking like rotisserie chickens the other night. It was terrible.
Adam Cole's been known to have a bad spray tan and MJF.
Yes. Oh my God. I don't know what they're using, but
I know.
Might want to add some water, thin that stuff up a little bit. I don't know.
It's like they're spraying it right before they go out too.
Right before they go out, like right in Gorilla, just spraying it right in Gorilla.
Well, yeah,
I'm good. My shoulders, I'm good. Okay.
Maybe I think the Death Riders might get this one now because they lost last time they faced Cope and FTR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think you definitely got to give them a win. Okay. What's up with Wheeler Yuta, man? Did you see at the end of the promo he just flipped his hair and smiled? Like, what is going on with this dude? He don't say nothing. They're making him out to be some type of lackey.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Me neither, man. And you already know I don't really like Wheeler Yuta like that, but do something because this is getting confusing. Thoroughly confusing.
Yep. And the last match already on the predicted card is your favorite one of the night. Your favorite wrestler in the world.
Harley Cameron, my favorite wrestler, Harley Cameron. I'm not about to let you tell them lies to these people like that. We got too many.
Everybody out there, I just want to let you know that Will the Real Deal Richmond's favorite wrestler is Mercedes Moné
because they Andre the Giant. Because let's not do that.
Andrade the Giant.
No, that was so disrespectful.
So
still laughing at that.
I don't think they're gonna take that belt off her to put it on Harley, even though she's 30 minutes away from her hometown. But I mean, I've seen weirder stuff.
I've seen Randy Orton lose on Father's Day in his hometown to damn Jinder Mahal. But Harley Cameron, she has something. One, I didn't know she was that talented. She can sing her tail off. I didn't know she was that talented. She's funny.
She's AEW's version of Joe Hendrick
Elias or Elijah.
Oh, speaking of that, he will be. Yes. That makes sense too with the Righteous.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way they are. So I like that. Okay, but perfect with that. I don't think Harley Cameron's gonna take the title off over.
No, but put on a good match. Carry this bum throughout this match because she's gonna get carried. She's hardly a professional wrestler. Like you're a fan. She's like the wrestling version of Tony Khan. A big fan, not really good at what she does. And I'm not saying this as a knock to TK because he wasn't like in the business like the old man, but she just she's never gonna do it for me, man. She's never gonna do it for me. I don't like to listen to her talk. I don't like to watch her wrestle. I don't like that damn theme song. I don't like that stupid ass dance. I know she's not gonna drop the title, but at least help Harley Cameron make a name for herself and look good in front of her people. But if she loses, that'd be a +2.
So yeah, but I have Harley winning. But I just wanted to come back on something real quick about MLW. Why is Bischoff still trying to live off his WCW fame?
Because what else good did he do?
Sorry, that thing was just going through my mind. I can't stand the dude.
What else good did he do throughout his career in the professional wrestling industry? What else good did he do?
He had a year and a half run, about a year and a half, 2 years good run, right? In wrestling. That's it.
Yeah, no. He had 83 weeks.
Yeah.
Ain't there, is it 83 or 86? Whatever the name of his podcast is. However long he was on top of the
Year,
ratings, that
so
was
a year and a half, basically.
that was his peak.
I didn't like him when he went to WWE. How him and the old man were
Me
kind
neither.
of.
Me neither.
was like-
but he was a character though. He was a character. He wasn't in a real executive role. He was a talent. So, but even still, that wasn't even that good because he didn't do nothing but continue to hand the title to Triple H every damn time.
All right, guys. So the last topic we're going to talk about today is what's going on with this Bloodline situation. So Friday night, Solo showed back up and attacked Cody. So Cody's in the blood. He's inside the Bloodline situation still. I mean, what are you doing, man? What are we doing?
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a simmer period, I think, for the story. The story is gonna have its peaks and valleys, and right now they're in a valley. I don't see Solo side of the faction staying together too much longer because of the emergence of Jacob. Unless he's just being a mouthpiece until Solo can really like get his feet back into the mix. Do you think we're gonna get Solo and Cody at Elimination Chamber?
That was just in my mind before you said something, man.
I would much rather see Jacob and Cody at Elimination Chamber, but I don't think Jacob's ready for that just yet.
No.
You got to give him some matches with Damian Priest first. I need to see that banger a couple times.
We are.
I know, but I need to physically lay my 4 eyes on it. But but yeah, Cody and Solo, I feel like we're gonna get that at Elimination Chamber because of how SmackDown ended.
I know, that's what I was thinking just now. It's like,
but like with everybody else, now you got Sammy out of the equation. He's back. You know, he's gonna be back beefing with KO after the package pile driver. Roman's taking some time off to deal with whatever undisclosed injuries he had after the Royal Rumble.
Undisclosed, huh?
Undisclosed, yeah. We all know what's going on. Jay got to get ready to fully go over. Like this is about to be Yeselmania, Kofi Mania, Yeet Man. It's about to be big like that. It's really Jay. It's about to be big like that.
It better be.
No, it will. I really you can't have him be this over and then have him lose again. You can't. Well, you can't. It would be a complete waste of booking him to win the Royal Rumble. And I feel like we're gonna get Jimmy and Shinsuke Nakamura at some point in time.
Bro, we're getting Braun Strowman, Damian Priest, and Jacob in a match.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
Monday, right?
Is gonna be
Friday. Next Friday.
Friday. Friday. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. This is one that I wish I was listening to Gorilla Monsoon commentate because this is man.
So we're getting Logan Paul in the Elimination Chamber.
He's a name. You don't have to put him in there, but TKO feels like you have to put him in there.
All right. So, who do you to go with the Bloodline situation? Are we going to get Jacob in Elimination Chamber?
That would be cool.
Or we getting Damian?
I would like to see Jacob because I feel like somehow Roman is going to end up in the Elimination Chamber. I was going to say Jimmy, but Jimmy lost his qualifier. So you're either going to get,
he's not. Roman's not coming in there. He's not even available.
Or if you get Jacob, maybe Solo takes his spot like he took the tag title from him, and then you kind of plant seeds for that split that way.
Okay, yeah, that's Bloodline. That's a Bloodline situation, going. That's going to be like a little teaser, with them.
Yeah, so, I mean, I would love to see Jacob in the chamber though.
You're gonna have Seth, setting up CM Punk to
Mhm.
go for a triple threat at WrestleMania.
But a triple threat for what though? Like you have to have a triple threat for something. It can't just be a meaningless triple threat match. It has to be for something, or it wouldn't make any sense.
I don't know. That's
I
what the
don't
word.
want to.
That's the word on
Yeah,
the street.
I hear that, but think about it. Like, why would you have a triple threat and it doesn't and for just for nothing, just for a win? Like that would be completely pointless. Unless you
Yeah.
want to have a triple threat on night one to make a title match a triple threat on night two or something like that. I don't know. But you gotta have a goal or a prize, so to speak, if you're gonna do. I feel like if you're gonna do a triple threat, it can't just be, oh, we're gonna book these three guys because they don't like each other. Okay, but what's the purpose though? Like,
Okay.
what's the purpose?
But I don't know where this bloodline thing's going, man. It's all over the
Nobody
place.
That's the best part though. That's what I love about the long-term storytelling is that you never know. And just when you think, oh man, well, the storyline's over, everything starts to come back together. And I feel like by Mania, they're gonna bring it all back together.
I think by end of Mania on that Monday Night Raw, we're gonna have two twin brothers showing up to Monday Night Raw with two different titles on around their waist.
I would love that.
We're gonna
I
have
would
Jay
absolutely
win the
love
world
that.
title, and we're gonna have my boy Jimmy beating Shinsuke Nakamura because they already put seeds in that for that.
Yeah, you saw when he was doing his promo, Shinsuke was back there mean mugging. So
and give him the United States title tonight, man. I'll be real.
I would be so happy. I would be so happy, and somehow put the world title back on Roman. I don't care. There's a picture when Solo was briefly North American champ, but they made him relinquish it because he was on the main roster.
Yeah.
But there's a picture. Everybody that was in the bloodline had a title. So I think separately that should be the goal as opposed to collectively. Even though Jay's like really along the lines of treat me as an equal. This would help that request a lot more when he wins the world heavyweight title because he's gonna win it.
So hear me out with this one before we wrap it up, right? John beats Cody, right?
Mm-hmm.
At WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
SummerSlam. You already know who John said his GOAT was, right?
So
on Shay.
Yeah, so it was Roman.
Roman wins the title at SummerSlam from John.
From John to solidify his GOAT status.
Or he beats him on his last match ever.
You know, like you would put the title on John until it's time to go, or until December. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I don't know how many dates, he'd be working or whatever the case is. But I would definitely have Roman take the title off John and end his career.
So just hear me out with that. That's what I think and that's when we'll have everybody in the bloodline with the title on them.
With a title, yeah, because we're definitely getting Sammy and KO. Again.
Why? For the 7,000th time, man? Why?
Because he didn't help him. He did not help. You heard what he said.
I don't care. We've had
there and you watched.
How many times we're gonna
tip the ladder over? He should have tipped the ladder over like I thought he was gonna do.
How many times are we gonna do this? How many times are we gonna go with KO?
Same amount of times as we got Cena and Orton. Same amount of times as we got Roman and Lesnar. Same amount of times as we got Undertaker and Triple H.
But they weren't going back. But they weren't going back and forth being friends and not being friends.
But that's the difference, though. That's how you separate the rivalries. You know, that's how you separate the rivalry. How many Macho Man and Flair matches have we seen? How many Macho Man and Red and Yellow Man matches have we seen? How many Sting and Luger matches have we seen? It's every generation, man. And this is this generation's that.
Okay. I just want to say I didn't want to see this match again. That's all I got to say. All right. But I get it. I mean, I get it, right? I know.
Yeah.
But everybody, we thank you. How about we do this? How about next week we have the return of the top 5?
Ooh. So, mine or yours? Because I could
yours.
Oh,
that's your thing. So next week, guys, we're gonna close out each show starting from next week. We're gonna have a top 5 of Will's choice. So stay tuned next week, guys. That's all we have time for today. Thanks for tuning in this week's episode. Today we cover the recent WWE releases, AEW's Grand Slam coming from Australia, and where is this bloodline going? We'll be back. In matter of fact, a new episode every Monday's dropping. Quick reminder again how you can support us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, and Twitch. Take care, everybody. Till next time, peace.